This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Right, so Sky Sports have agreed a 4-year deal with Bob Arum and Top Rank to show the Top Rank shows, obviously on their own platform, Sky Sports, going forward. Obviously the live one, so of course, yes, that does mean that it's going to be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for the main events. And it will actually start off on Saturday with Shakur Stevenson. Now, this is not an indication, I promise you, this is not an indication as to what's going to be happening with Sky Sports and its UK brand going forward. And I'll touch on that in a second. But when you just look at Top Rank and Sky Sports, listen, I predicted this, probably 2 months ago now. Some of you would, of course, remember the video. And I even did a poll here on YouTube as well about it as to what your thoughts were. And most people not interested. And that's the truth of it. Because here in the UK, for whatever reason it may be, we want to watch our British fighters. We're not too interested as to what's going on with the US fighters. I'm not speaking for myself here. Of course, I follow the US fighters and I love watching all their shows and whatever else as well. But are people going to stay up weekend after weekend to watch Shakur Stevenson, to watch any kind of like top ranked fighter? Now, of course, you may say, oh, well, maybe that means that they're going to be getting Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder Part 3. Well, I mean, maybe, but again, that is going to be pay-per-view, so that's going to have nothing to do with it. It's going to be their regular Saturday night fight nights, but obviously we're going to be watching it for 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. British boxing fans, not interested for the most part. As I said, I can't speak for everybody. Obviously, there's going to be some people out there very, very excited, but for the most part, they're not going to do the kind of views that they think they're going to do, and I hope that they haven't spent too much of their boxing budget on this one, because they're going to need this budget going forward with their UK deal going forward. Now, as far as their UK deal is concerned, as I said, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, their final show will be this weekend in my city here in Newcastle, headlined by the Sandman, Lewis Ritson. In fact, they're going to be putting on the show literally 2 minutes from my house at the Eagles Arena. And no, Matchroom have not invited me along. Hey, what can you do, eh? But when it goes forward for Sky Sports, where do they go from this Saturday? Now, obviously, nothing's going to be really announced anytime soon and what have you, because obviously there's still some legalities and that going on. But ultimately, the changes that will be happening for the UK market, I think is going to please a lot of boxing fans, especially hardcore boxing fans. Okay, and no, the lead promoter will not be Bob Arum or anything like that. In fact, the lead promoter, obviously, I can't tell you who that person is, but it's somebody who you would not have thought of. I'll tell you that much. You would not have thought about it. And that's not a dig, by the way. It's just that I don't think anybody would have really thought of this person. Now, in fact, most people wouldn't have even heard of this person because he's not active on social media. He's not the kind of guy that will go up front and center on the camera and put his name out there, his face out there. That's not what he does. Okay. But while a lot of you may not have heard of his particular name, you will know his brand. You will know his company. Okay. I promise you that much. But it's not just going to be about him. And I know some people say, yeah, but Frank Warren, he's already leaked the guy's name who, of course, previously worked with Matchroom and that before. Well, he's probably about 10% of the way on that one. I will say that. I will say that much. But it's going to be a team effort. There will be other promoters, advisors and everything like that working with this lead promoter to go forward with their product. And a lot of the things that you guys have been asking for will be happening. Okay, I can say that much. But either way, that the name of the lead promoter has not even been leaked out to the press at all. Not one person has mentioned this person's name. That shows how very, very hush-hush it is. Anyway, in time, all will be revealed. Now, as far as the Top Rank deal and Sky Sports going forward, as I said, it's got nothing to do with the UK product. Of course, here in the UK, that is the primary concern for a lot of people. It's all very well having the top rank shows, and if they go forward with the PBC shows and that as well, and whatever else, that is not going to be an indication that that's where all their budget is going, and they're not going to be putting on UK shows. That's not the case at all. Okay, so I can promise you that much. I just hope that this deal isn't eating into their budget, because they're not going to get their money back on it. I'm pretty confident of that. As I said before, I've interviewed Bob Arum quite a few times, so it's not a dig at his promotional fight nights or anything like that. It's just that UK fans don't really care what's happening over there in America. They just don't. I mean, ask yourself the question, why did BT Sport suddenly stop showing the ESPN shows, the Top Rank shows? Why did BT Sport do it? Because they weren't getting the views. That's pretty much the answer, isn't it? Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens going forward. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and people will actually watch it at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Some will, of course, but for the majority, no, I don't think so. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.